everybody and welcome. My name is Eric and today I'm gonna be installing a SE Sport 200 Hydrofoil to my 9.8 horsepower Tohatsu outboard, 4-stroke. Let's get to it. Now, for those of you who actually want to get a visual of what's going on here, the reason why I'm installing this Hydrofoil is because my newly acquired Saturn ZK380, it is a tough but very lightweight kaboat. It's almost the size of a dinghy but not as small as an actual kaboat, and with a big motor on the rear that weighs about maybe 86, 88 pounds, 230 pounds myself in the back. It's kind of purpose. It's going to go up and down. I apologize for the sound of the airplane. There's an airport nearby, and I'm gonna get you guys in close and show you what comes in the hardware and how I set everything up so I can drill it. Originally, I was thinking about using the drill-free kit, but that thing was a pain to put in. I tried my best. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna drill it. A lot of you have said that already, that you tried to do the drill-free brackets. It has worked for some, but not others. It didn't work for me. It's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and drill it. All right, so let me show you guys what comes in the package. Obviously, it comes with the Hydrofoil itself. It also comes with a paper cutout. Looks like this with the instructions on the side. And this cutout simulates the way you will want to put down the Hydrofoil on the outboard. Right now, there's like a little small step right here, and that's where I stopped. So that's where I place the paper template. I'll get you guys in closer and show you where I put the marks where I'm going to drill. Let me show you guys the hardware that comes with it. Now, in the hardware, you're gonna have 4 bolts, 4 nuts, 4 washers, and these little rubber bushings. And according to the instructions with the rubber bushings, the thin ones will actually go onto the back, closest to the boat. The thick ones that look like this will actually go towards the front. According to the instructions, you're going to need a 1/4 inch or 9/36 drill bit in order to drill the exact holes. I'm gonna be using a small drill bit, as I will show you, to create a guide and then drill in. Let me show you guys what I did so far, getting it close into the little paper template. Once you find the spot that you want to have the Hydrofoil, make sure you don't go over the step. You want to put it right at the edge where it doesn't lift itself up anymore. Then you're going to align these lines, like mine is a number 2 here, number 2 there, a little bit over number 2 over there, and a little bit over number 2 over here. And I put an indentation in its place with my smaller drill bit. I put an indentation there as well. So I marked them. I don't think you can see this one because of the shadow, but there's another one over here. Because if I was thinking about using a pen, but since the paint is so dark, you can barely tell. So I just used the small drill bit that I got over here, the pointy one. Let me see if I can actually get a focus better. That one, it's very pointy. And I put an indentation with a hammer, marked it, and now we drill. Before you start drilling, here's the zinc anode. Make sure that whenever you put the indentations in place or the marks, that you know for sure it is not gonna be hitting the zinc anode. So far, my marks are not gonna be hitting it, so we're good there. All right, so now that I have the indentation in place, the marks, I'm gonna remove the paper template. I'm gonna remove this, and we're gonna start drilling. Now, in order to not bore you guys, I'm gonna fast forward this, okay? Let's get to it. It's taking a bit, but I'm finally getting through. Whew, I'm finally getting through. Let's continue. I had to use a small drill bit in order to actually get through because the big one wasn't cutting through yet. So now that I got through, I should be able to just finish the hole itself. All right, let's continue. Okay, so it took a little bit of time, but I finally got the holes in place. And now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this area with some alcohol, with a pad and some alcohol, and lay the Hydrofoil on top and start bolting it up. Okay, so at this time, I'm gonna put in the thin rubber washers towards the back, like near the like if it was going near the boat. Put the washers in place. thick ones on the back. There we go. Excellent. All right, now we're gonna lay it in the bolts. Now, the way I'm going to put in the bolts, I'm gonna put them upside down because I want the flush area to be at the bottom so to create less friction on the water. Hopefully, that's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of marine grease at the bottom of the bolts and the top. That way, you know, if there's any water gets in there, it wouldn't corrode stuff. Just a little precaution. Something like that. You know, I just put a little blob of marine grease in there. That's it. Like this, all 4 bolts are standing up. I put a little blob of marine grease at the bottom, and it's staying in place. Now let's lay it on top. While installing, I was trying to keep it steady and doesn't want to stay steady. So what I'm gonna do is, see how it wobbles back? I'm gonna go ahead and put the washer in and a nut in place, so I can at least keep it in place because it was wobbling too much. Figure I'll show you guys that. So I managed to put the bolts in place with the nuts, so it can be held in place. Now to get them tightened, the bolts have a Phillips screw head over here. You guys can see it. There's a Phillips screw head. I'm gonna use a Phillips screwdriver holder here while tightening with a socket up here. All right, so I plan to torque these nuts in cross pattern. Tighten this one, this one, this one, and this one. By the way, these are 12mm nuts. Okay, truth be told, tightening these nuts take a little while, so I'm not gonna bore you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and get them tightened, which should be pretty straightforward, and show you guys the end result. All right, so I managed to put it in. Looks really sturdy. All the nuts and bolts are flush and tight. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Success! Yay! All right, so word to the wise: if anybody tells you that this is an easy job, they're lying. 2, spent like half an hour trying to middle with the bolts to align them properly. That took me a little while because you have to go under it, you know, the way the positioning with the Phillips head screw, trying to hold it up and tighten at the same time. Had I done it from top to bottom, it'd probably be easier, but everybody suggests to do it from bottom top because, you know, the bolts are flush at the bottom. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am soaking wet with sweat. It's super hot here in Florida. It's like I'm in a sauna, but I finished. Anyway, guys, see you guys on the next one. Later.